Chief Policy Analyst of the Ghana Institute for Public Policy Options, GIPO, Dr. Charles Wereko-Brobby, is joining calls for the postponement of the December 17 referendum. Dr. Wereko-Brobby spoke earlier on the AM show.
But I would have thought that the suggestion of maybe a temporary halt to re-look at the whole thing and the way in which it has been put out, and then try to achieve consensus, and then go back to do the necessary amendments both in the House and to the whole country, might be a very, very useful exercise. I mean, unfortunately, we are at the end of 2019, and to all intents and purposes, the competition for next year's general election has started, and many things which we may desire that we think are necessary, may be misconstrued and be looked at in the context of the political contest that will be coming a year from now. I would have wished that such an exercise had taken place the year after a general election, when everybody's eyes was not fixed on the next pugilistic contest as to who wins power. But my suggestion would be, let's take a breather, sleep over it, enjoy our Christmas chickens, come back, convene a national conference, and then the results of that can be put into the necessary legislation and the necessary amendments made and changes achieved. Can I just say something about this so-called silent majority? The important point is that whether there is a majority for yes and is silent, will it pass the smell test of 75%? And to be honest with you, given the postures of the two main parties, I do not think that we will achieve 75% majority, whether one believes there's a silent majority for yes or not. And therefore, you know, for me, it's a fruitless exercise when you know what the end result will be, given that the two political giants in this country are in diametrically opposite side of the argument. Secondly, you know, there are very important structural issues that need to be addressed. The role of the incumbent president appointing 30% of the district assembly. How do you square that with multi-party contest at the local level? The issue I raised earlier, the fact that you expect the DC to be the representative of the central government. I think there are a whole gamut of structural changes which must be made to Amendment 24 to the chapter on decentralization, and a consensus and agreement reached. And then we can all do as has happened to the very many amendments that have been made to the Constitution. They've all been nodded through by consensus. In the 27 years I've observed the Fourth Republic, I think this is the first amendment that has become so mad in political controversy. All the rest have been achieved because there has been a common view of why the change was being made, and or at least in the first parliament of the Fourth Republic, the incumbent party had control because the opposition boycotted the election. So I'm not sure about, you know, this whole thing of short postponement. At the end of the exercise, will the exercise one way or the other, or let's say the yes, will it achieve the two basic tests, 40% turnout and 75% yes? I don't believe it will. So I think we really have to look at what it is we are trying to achieve. If somebody says to me that a silent majority can make up to 75%, then they are lucky.